Welcome to a special Jace Media Music video interview. I am your host, Justin Smollison, proud Jace contributor from across the pond. I am delighted to present an interview with Torger and Stevo, the respective singer and guitar player for the fantastic German metal band Godsnake. There's that logo. Godsnake's brand new album is Inhale the Noise. It is available worldwide from our brilliant friends at Massacre Records. You are hearing a clip of the title track. It's my favorite of all of them. And we're going to talk all about some of the tracks on this album. We're going to take a little stroll down memory lane and talk about some of the back catalog and recent shows that they've done, some upcoming shows in Germany, and what the future might hold for Godsnake. And we're also going to talk about some of the lyrical themes. We're also going to talk about some of the musical themes and what the camaraderie is like there. There's so much to discuss. I'm a big fan. This is the second time I've interviewed them. First time on video, though, and they're a lot of fun. So let's get to it. Jace Media Music audiences worldwide, please welcome all the way from Germany, Torger and Stevo of Godsnake. Very, very excited. I'm joined by Torger and Stevo from Godsnake. I love them. I can't get enough of them. How the hell are you guys?
Doing great. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Hi there.
I've been inhaling the noise and nothing else for the last few weeks and preparing for this interview. You must be so excited. It is Godsnake's third album, and it's released on Massacre. It's released for the world. You recently had your album release party. Tell us, how are you feeling about it right now?
It's a blast. It's been a blast, and it still is. We are damn happy about the new baby and everything. What's happening? Yeah, I have to say.
Stevo, was it a challenge for you? This album was it? It was a challenge because were you basically the only guitar player this time?
Yeah. No, I mean the challenge wasn't different than any other time. I mean, for us, it's a natural progress that we've done with this record, I think. So, yeah, but we're very stoked, very happy about it, very proud of the product, and it came out really nice.
Yeah. And so one of the things that I've always loved about Godsnake since our first talk from the last album, which was Eye for an Eye, which was excellent. That was my introduction to the band. One of the things I love about you is that you are not just a straight ahead thrash band. You do thrash, but you've got melodies in there. Torger actually has a voice. He doesn't just growl. And I find that as a listener extremely appealing. So automatically I'm hooked. But is that a conscious decision? Did you say to yourselves, we can't sound like everybody else. We have to distinguish ourselves a little bit?
I think it's for us, we like to put in melody as well. So we like the heavy stuff, but we also like the melody. And for us, it's really important to have a blend of both. Especially when you look at the whole album, we like to. It's supposed to be a little bit diverse. You need to have a little bit of variancy in there, and I think that's what we have been trying to do since we started. And I think maybe on this record it comes through even a little bit more. Yeah, because we've got a bit more slow sections here and there. But at the same time, it's also quite fast and more thrashy. So, yeah.
Torger, how do you feel? Do you feel like you are able to draw more from what's happening in the outside world? Do you draw more from inside? Is it a mix?
Ooh, you mean musically or lyrically or?
Let's start with lyrically, because I'm going to assume you write a lot of the lyrics, if not all of them.
Yeah, I did with this one and the last one. But that's a good mixture of both as well. A good blend, as Stevo said, also for the lyrics. I mean, and nowadays you can't neglect what's happening outside. You can't. Right. You can't not focus or not regard the shit that's happening everywhere in every country and the madness we are facing everywhere. So of course I can't handle myself. This is a big influence to the lyrics.
Mhm.
But of course, it's also like personal topics that keep me moving. So yeah, a good best of both, I'd say.
Yeah. And that's why I love the title track so much, because you're taking the noise, which could be the external world, the world around you, or whatever's going on inside you, and instead of blocking it out, you're saying embrace it, take it all in, and then exert it and put it out there into something that's hopefully positive or at least powerful. And that's really what I dug about this album as the theme, and I'm so glad that that was what you named it, because it's a very appealing concept.
Thank you. Yeah. When we thought about the title and when I wrote the title track, the first idea was a bit more simple, even, because it's just an ode to music. Let's call it.
Yeah.
It's a hymn for music that gives you, or that does you good, and
Sure.
that brings people best of everything. But on the other hand, you can of course see the bad part in it as well, and take the shit in, and in the end filter it out. Let's call it. Yeah, that's what I always like. Even though there is a simple message, I also like to give room for interpretations.
Sure.
So yeah, and everybody can think about things a little bit on his own.
Yeah. Steve-O, when you write, do lyrics come first and then your hooks come second, or do you write first, or do you write together?
No, it's actually the other way around. So normally, the way we do it is I write the instrumental part first. So I'll sit down and write the song.
Mhm.
I usually have an idea in my head, and then I put it all down here on our pre-production thing. And it's pretty much a full song without lyrics and without melody. All the vocal lines are being done by Tom. So then he will listen to the song afterwards, and then he will put down his vocal lines, and then we introduce the song to the rest of the band, and then we may fiddle around a little bit with it on the arrangements, but usually it's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Quite happy with it.
So it evolves a little bit, and then
Yeah.
I could see where you don't want to ruminate on it too much, because then you'll never get anything done, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
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 And what's the vibe like in the band now? Because you're going to be adding a fifth member, right? Or you have already?
We have already. Yes.
Okay. Are we at liberty to say who that is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We've always been five, but the second guitar was, it's the third guitar guy, which we have now. You can say for every album we had a different one,
Mm-hmm.
more or less, even though album 2 and album 3 were mostly done. Rhythm. The rhythm guitar is always done by Steve-O,
Mm-hmm.
and the melody parts always done by Steve-O. It's just some of the solos for the album number 2 came from Pepe,
Mm-hmm.
who joined us during the process of recording Eye for an Eye, and because he's very busy with a lot of things, and he just had not enough time anymore. He said, "Guys, I'm sorry to say, but I have to step back." And of course, the moment he said so was difficult, because we were already in the studio. We planned everything, but it was better then to do it before than after, to
Sure.
sort out all aspects. So when he said that, we thought, okay, what shall we do now with the solos, which were meant for him? I think it was 4 in the beginning, and then Steve-O said, "Okay, I do one more," and we had 3 left, and so we had to find a solution for these 3. And yeah, it was mostly Steve-O and me first starting to think about whom we could ask. We sat together with all the guys, and in the end, we decided to ask Gene Borman from Rage, because we played some great shows with Rage.
Sure.
We love the guys, and they also love us. That's was always a good feeling. So we asked Gene. He said that wasn't a big thing. We asked him. He said, "Oh yes, of course, I'd like to do that."
Yeah.
And then we nailed that down. And shortly after the album was done, let's say that was done end of December, and beginning of January, we started to search for a new guitar guy to join us as a fifth member again. And we found him. Also, not it didn't take too long. It's a guy from Hamburg called Mark, which some of us, Carsten or the Walt and me, let's call it, the bass guy and me, we know him for many, many years. I think for 20 years nearly.
Okay.
He's a cool dude. He's a fresh young dude. He's not an old school guy in the music, but he's a proper heavy metal guy from, let's call it, I'd rather say he started with the 90s.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Because of his age, but also of the taste. Like, he's more Machine Head than at Exodus, probably, if we could put it that way.
Yeah. And you're getting along, you're rehearsing with him, getting ready to do some shows coming up?
Yeah, we've done all that already. So he's been with us for quite some time. And he's had a hard time, because not an easy situation for him. We put 15 songs in front of him and said, you'll have to learn them on short notice. Adding lead guitar, solo stuff he has to do.
Right.
And we had to put that pressure on because we had the release show coming up, which we didn't want to cancel. So he's done a great job getting into the whole thing. And we had a great show. So we've been together on stage now for the first time. So yeah, it's all going in the right direction.
That's excellent. Now, you played at your own album release show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't understand why bands don't play at their own shows sometimes. You did the right thing, right? I know some other wonderful musicians who have their own release shows, but they have another band play.
Oh, okay.
It seems a little strange to me that they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a little weird because, why would you not play? For us, it's an opportunity to play. Yeah. And we've got all our friends, family, fans there.
Yeah.
They'd beat us up if we wouldn't play. I mean, so it was a logical decision.
You guys have kids?
Yeah.
Do your kids like your music?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Me too. My son does. He's really into it. My daughter is not so much into metal music. Okay. She's always very kind. She'll say, "Oh yeah, it's good, Dad." Like, not bad. But then not really, But he's really into it.
Yeah. She takes the CD and goes, "Okay, I'm gonna listen to it now," and then
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My son just cut his hair off today. He had long hair. He's 7 years old.
7.
He had a lot. He had really long hair. Today he cut it off. Okay. He looks like a punk now. That's okay for me.
Oh, okay. All right. but your kids. See, my dad's an accountant, so I could never imagine my dad being up on stage and rocking out and singing about aggressive stuff. He yelled all the time, but he couldn't sing. So I always wonder how kids might feel about seeing their dads up on stage. Every day you're getting a little bit older, so you wonder, are they gonna think it's cool, or are you gonna, okay, Dad, we know you're in a metal band, come on, I want to go see Taylor Swift or something.
Yeah.
But no, your family seems very supportive. I think that's wonderful. Let's also talk. You got some shows coming. You got a show coming up in Frankfurt with Eradicator on May 23rd. Then you've got. Is there anything else in May after that we should know about?
No, that's it for May.
That's it for May.
I'm going to say something for the 23rd, but we have a festival coming up the day after tomorrow.
Right.
And we're going to play in Andernach, which is at the Rhine, more in the west, a bit south of Cologne, let's call it. Mm-hmm. That's a cool 2-day festival, Andernach Metal Days, and there will be some awesome bands playing. There will be, on our day, we have after us is Frank Blackfire, formerly from Creator Sodom and so on. Then we have Ronnie Romero, we have April Art, and we have Zone, and we have Sanctuary playing.
Whoa! So, you're playing with Ronnie Romero and Sanctuary?
Yeah.
At this Metal Days event?
Yeah. On Saturday, yeah.
Oh, nice. I've interviewed Ronnie. He's fantastic. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love him. Great singer. Yeah. Do you know him at all?
No, not personally.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna change that. You're gonna go up and say hello, and no, he's excellent. Do you like playing those big festival shows? Are they fun?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Just super duper. And I mean, the bigger it is, the more excited we are. But in general, we are starting to do the bigger ones now because it's a continuous work.
Sure.
To get a bit bigger, we have a booking agency now, and let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah. And then you've got I'm gonna forgive that I might not read this correctly. Olmec Ombran in
Those are pretty good.
Trying. You got that? Is that a Godsnake headlining show?
It's also a festival.
It's a festival. Okay, cool.
The headliner on that day is also 2 days. I think on the first day it will be Victory playing.
Oh, Herman Frank. Hell yeah. Yeah, I know him.
On the second day will be Dirk Schneider headline.
Oh my God. So you're getting, the best of Accept right there. That's excellent. Yeah. I've interviewed Udo. I've interviewed Herman a bunch of times. He's great. So that's cool. And then last one, this one's easier. Rock and Metal Days at Oschersleben on June 27th.
Yeah.
That's a festival?
It's also a festival.
Who's gonna be there with?
I know that Burning Witches will be there.
Ooh, yeah, they're on the rise, definitely.
Oh God, now
I don't really know either. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, there is some real cool bands. I mean, there are so many. We have to say. There it is. There are so many. We'll have Crematory. We'll have Burning Witches. We have Tankard, Dust Bolt, Suicidal Angels. Master is gonna play. Mission in Black is gonna play. Lactimas Profundere. I don't know
about that.
Yeah.
Never heard of.
Yeah, some smaller ones like Godsnake and so on.
No.
Ozzy Fight is gonna play is one of the best Ozzy Osbourne tribute bands, and they are getting really, really big.
Are they the ones who are done by the Sons of Sounds?
I don't think so.
Okay, different group. All right, cutting that. Anyway, so you love playing the festival shows, but do you still love getting inside of a club and getting real sweaty and intimate with the audience?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we will be doing in Frankfurt, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a very small club show.
Mm-hmm.
And we've actually decided it's a cool move, I think, or we think, because it's exactly the weekend where Metallica is playing, Friday and Sunday. So you got 80,000 Metallica fans in town. And so we thought it might be a good idea to start something on the Saturday.
That's right.
Then, let's see how it goes. But we're very much looking forward to that one.
Those people might be hungry for a show. Even if you get 10% of them, that's still 8,000 people. So that's fantastic. Yeah, no, that's great. And that's smart. That's smart when you look at the data, I guess, if you want to call it that. If you plan it correctly, because Metallica does these no repeat weekends. Yes, yeah. And so they take a day in between sometimes, and I guess that's what they're doing. That's a smart move on your part. Are you going to the Metallica shows though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're going. Okay.
Yeah. So it's really 3 days full on.
Right. Yeah.
Steve still thinks that he's gonna sit there and watch or stand there and watch, but he's gonna do flyers all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have to do a little bit of promotion.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can grab some Metallica fans and ask them to come over on Saturday.
Yeah. I don't see why not. Why not? That's marketing. It's networking. Yeah. And then you never know. I mean, they're always looking for local openers anyway. So the next time that they come back around, if they're still alive, they might say, "Hey, remember that group? Oh my God, let's get Godsnake up on stage." That'd be pretty freaking wide. That would expose you worldwide, right?
Yeah, I mean, that would be the ultimate, huh? That would be great.
Now, has Godsnake ever played outside of Germany?
Yeah.
Oh, where'd you play?
I mean, we did a tour with Threshold.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think, and we played in Switzerland, in the Netherlands, and
Belgium.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what were the audiences there like for you? Were they receptive?
Yeah. Pretty much so.
Yeah.
Very different, right, Torga? I mean, I remember
Absolutely.
The Belgium people were a little bit more laid back. They don't let loose so much. They stand there and watch. Still enjoy it very much, but different behavior. And the others were a little bit more active, let's say.
Yeah, expressive, maybe. That's always a funny thing. And sometimes when you play a show and you look at the people, you can see in the faces they like it, but they're not moving too much,
right?
Or they don't give too much expression, and then afterwards they come to you and tell you they want to marry you. So because it was so fantastic. So this is sometimes. But if I look at my own behavior during. As a watcher in the audience, I have to grab my own nose because sometimes I'm also just, oh yeah, that was nice. And after that, I would write a review and say that was a blast.
Right.
So,
it's hard to fully experience the music if you're getting, knocked back and forth or chugging back all these beers. So you got sometimes to take it all in. I was wondering though, when you look back, you've been pretty consistent. Every 3 years, there's been a new album. So it's 3 years, I guess 9 years total. So 3 albums, 9 years in between from start to finish, right? How have you changed since the debut? Do you feel like you've become better musicians? Do you work better as a unit?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've become better musicians. I think the songwriting is better. Not to take anything away from Poison Thorn, that's a great record, but I think songwriting-wise, we are a little bit further along the way now, in the meantime. And working-wise together, I think for the most part, it's been Torga and myself anyway, working as a team. That's always been pretty good. We've had our way, the way we've been doing it, and we haven't really changed that. So that's always been quite a good team, I'd say.
Yeah. Do you write together in person, or is it all sort of remote and then you get together later?
Yeah, more remote.
Yeah.
I'll start my stuff and then I'll send it over to him, and he will work on it and he'll send it back to me, and more like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's how a lot of bands do it. And I don't know how far. Do you live close? Do you live nearby?
More or less. I mean, we are all, let's call it, we are rehearsing in Hamburg. We are sold as a Hamburg metal band, but in fact, we are all living in the suburbia.
Oh, okay.
So one is in the south, one is in the northeast.
Right.
So I'd say we are about 60 miles apart or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So too far for you to hang out every day, but not so far you couldn't get together and rehearse.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. And remind us on Eye for an Eye, who played guest solo on This House is Haunted. Who's the guest on that?
That's Wayne Dorman
From
Onslaught.
From Onslaught. That's right. Yeah. That was your fastest track, and that was like your fastest, thrashiest one. What was it like playing with him?
And we never played with him.
Oh, he just sent it in?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Also just a remote thing.
That's another remote thing. All right.
Yeah.
But that was a great album. You had a song on that one called I Fear Nothing, and that was that one always stuck out because it was the opposite of This House Is Haunted. I know I'm forgetting the name of the song right now. I apologize, but you know what I'm talking about. Yes, and that one was I got a little bit more introspective on that one. Right. And that harkens back to what we were saying about trying to change it. You could be aggressive, you could be a little bit introspective. Was that one of those songs that you brought out last year when you toured with Threshold and played for the audience?
But we didn't have that one on the set list.
Oh, okay.
But it could have been, because it's a great song. It has a little bit more depth to it compared to the Story of a Ghost, which you just mentioned. But playing live is always, you have to see what's the audience and what do you want to get across. We actually had Story of a Ghost on the set list.
Yeah.
But we have been playing I Fear Nothing as well already.
Good.
Just not on that tour.
Right. After you play Story for a Ghost, do you need a Gatorade because you've sweat so much playing so fast?
I usually ask Torga to do a little bit of chatting a little bit longer, so we get a break.
Yeah.
Well, you never did. You never did before.
Yeah. So you've got also the opening track on the new album, Inhale the Noise, is Scream for a Bullet. That one, I can see where you would use that as the opener for your live shows now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be. Yeah.
Captivates the audience immediately, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you've got Lost and Forgotten. See, Torger's got that voice where it's aggressive and it's a little bit guttural, but I can make out every single word that he's saying, and that's what I like about his voice. So you've got a very distinctive voice there, and I love what you do in I guess we would call it the lyrical placement, not just the melody and how you're singing it, but where you're doing it. And I pick up on that. And I wrote to him privately and I said, I've been listening to you at the gym and I've been running to you. And it's like your voice is in my head when I'm turning a corner at a certain spot when it's nice out. So do you give a lot of thought to that, Torger, or is it just what naturally lends itself?
It's both.
Yeah.
It's definitely both. But I have to say that I am personally, I like this mixture. That's what I wanted to say earlier also. I wouldn't like this music so much if we only would, or if I only would growl or yell all the time. Because for me as a singer, the real important part for me is that it glues in your head.
Yeah.
And that we have a chorus or that people are still able to sing when the song is over. And this is what I personally do not like too much with other thrash metal bands, and which I think is sometimes just a bit boring.
Yeah.
Because you don't sing the song anymore if it's done. Of course, that's just my taste, and everybody can do his own. But it wouldn't satisfy me if I had to shout all the time.
Sure. Right.
That's what I have to say. And it is an interesting time now because we get so many reviews from all over the world, and because we are a thrash metal band, melodic thrash metal band, whatever, we had to give us a genre name when we started with Massacre.
Yeah.
Because we are using this phrase. Some people say from the beginning, the vocal's not heavy enough, or not, and on the other hand, others say the complete opposite. So it's very interesting to watch that and to see what people are expecting. And for some, I think these rules, what thrash metal can be or cannot be, are so important. And I think it's just, sorry to say, but it's just bullshit. For me,
I mean, a purity test, that's bullshit. I agree.
I said to the guys recently that we maybe should just say we are a metal band, full stop, because all the discussions are sometimes also a bit annoying.
Yeah. Steve, are you okay with that? Just being a straight ahead metal band?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I also wanted to ask you guys about Enemy of Great. And there's a reason why I'm asking you about it. As also a father, when I sit with my kids and they do their homework and they just kind of, mindlessly do it, I say, do you want to be good or do you want to be great? Right. And so as a dad, in my own weird, humorous way, that one resonated as well. You got to strive for something better. I think that's a great message to have in a song. So thank you for writing a new song that, see, your kids probably don't like that song because you're probably singing about them too.
Are you going to say something for this song, what it means to you, Steve?
Yeah, go ahead, Steve. Let's hear from you.
I mean, I didn't do anything about the lyrics, right? That's all Torga. But musically, yeah, it goes very deep, this song. There's a lot of heart in it. And it took a long time for that song for me to develop. I had all kinds of little parts, bits and pieces, and but it didn't all come together in the beginning. So, but in the end, I'm very happy with the result because if you hear the record and you listen to that song, it is a little bit different. It goes a little bit deeper. It's got different vibes in it. But then, for me personally, it's my personal favorite track of the record.
Excellent.
I just love it. I love the vocals on it, especially what Torga is doing towards the end. There's this section. What you call it? I forget it every time. Torga, when you
With the ad-libs.
Ad-libs, exactly. In that section right at the end, when he goes up with the voice, that gives me goosebumps. That's one of the strongest sections of the whole record. So for me, that song is very special, and I'm very happy to hear or to see, when we read reviews right now, that song is always very often being mentioned, being featured, and I hope that maybe we'll play that song live at some point.
Yeah, that's like the fear nothing of Inhaling the Noise.
Somehow, yeah.
Excellent. You like?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I Fear Nothing was actually, I don't know if we talked about it last time. I Fear Nothing was a song I wrote. That's a love song. That's a proper love song.
Oh yeah, because of the tag after. It's not I just fear nothing. It's the thought of losing you, right? Right. There you go.
That's it. It's nothing else than that. And it was. I had an interview recently where the guy said that was the coolest love song, or the version of a love song I've listened to for a long, long time lyrically.
Right.
So that was nice to hear that. But that was the idea. I mean, not to be that straight in your face and that cheesy, but but every time I sing it, it gives me goosebumps because I know for whom it was meant.
You know where it came from, absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly. And for Enemy of Great was also a good story behind. I've watched the film Hired Guns with the hired musicians behind the big star.
Oh, okay.
And it featured, for example, Billy Joel and many others. And unfortunately, I forgot there was an older guitar guy, not from the metal scene, but somewhere from the blues section. And he said they were talking about the abilities of musicians and being in the studio and blah, blah, blah. And he said the sentence, good is the enemy of great. So he underlined that you have to be perfect.
Right.
Or extraordinary.
Yeah.
So, and in the end, I turned it into to the opposite, because it deals more with the fact that if you're raised in the feeling that you always have to be in front of the line, it's not. It can't be good for you.
Right.
It definitely can't be good for you because you forget you forget other important parts, and the pressure children or people are living with is definitely no good. But of course, we wouldn't have hired a medium level guitar guy, and I wouldn't share my music with Steve-O if he would be, let's say, an average songwriter, because I had the luck to meet one of the best. Oh God, that sounds cheesy.
Oh, but it's great. It's excellent.
No, but that's you get the message.
It's high praise, absolutely. No, you set a standard for yourself, and you want the people around you to have the same standards. I totally can identify with that. I think that's a pretty universal theme for a lot of people, and I think it's a good thing to go by, a good way to live your life. I'm looking at your website right now, just changing channels just a little bit. It looks like after Rock and Metal Days, you do have a few more dates lined up. Am I at liberty to speak about them?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we got Erfurt, Germany, December 19th. Winterschlacht.
Winterschlacht, yeah. That means winter battle. Schlacht is battle.
Okay.
We are gonna support Macbeth, who are label partners from Massacre Records. That's an old Eastern German metal band, 41 years old this year, and they are great musicians, great guys. And I had the pleasure last year to do the 40 years Winterschlacht with friends from Berlin, where I sometimes sing one or two songs, and we supported them on that day in that club in Erfurt, where they are coming from. That's the town in Eastern Germany where they are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
2 days sold out, both around, I'd say, 400 people. The club completely crowded, everybody ready to inhale the noise. So I said to the guys, honestly, we have to be there with Godsnake next year, because it was such a great experience last year. I think I sang 3 songs with Quasimodo. So, and it, there were guys coming there and say, aren't you Torger from Godsnake? I've seen you there and there.
Right,
and it was like, it felt so great to be there. It's like, I don't know, 600 kilometers from here, from our region, but the hell was burning there. So, and so I made the move and asked the guys if we could open up for them on the second day in December. They said, yeah, fine, completely fine for us.
Excellent.
So, yeah, really looking forward to that, because they were lunatics there.
And then you've got, I can't believe we're already talking about 2027, but January 9th, 2027 in Hamburg, the home of Kai Hansen, Ballroom Birthday Bash 2027. Whose birthday is it? Is it your birthday? Is it Godsnake's birthday?
You go.
No, it's Otti's birthday, which is the guy who's doing the Hamburg Ballroom. So he always does some sort of birthday celebration around his birthday, and he always calls it the birthday bash. And we've been part of it, I think, 2 years ago, and he's asked us to come next year again. So we're very happy to do that one. It's a good club, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Excellent. Yeah. And then January 16th, Laser Night 11 in Braunschweig, Germany. I got that one right. That one's
You got that one right?
Yeah. What's Laser Night?
This will be a gig organized by Night Laser, the German glam rockers.
Okay.
We had them as a support act for our release show 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And as a return, we are supporting them at the Laser Night in Braunschweig. That's where the 2 brothers, where they originally come from, in Braunschweig. And they are doing these Laser Nights. I think they are doing Braunschweig, Berlin, like a little short tour every year. And it's getting more and more famous. And they asked us if we want to do that in exchange. And yeah, we have completely happy with that. Very cool guys, very active guys. They are going to be supporting Axel Rudi Pell end of the summer. And I think they have 40 shows left for this year. 40.
Oh, wow.
40. So the guys are they are really lunatics because they are on the road more than at home, I think.
Oh, wow. So do you think that that's in the future for Godsnake? You're going to do a lot more shows, hopefully in 2027?
There will be more than in this year. That definitely will be more because to have just released an album and to look at the schedule, it is a bit too empty.
Right.
But we have the big summer coming. We have Sydney being in Africa for a longer time, for a longer holiday and so on. So that's okay, but at least there should be a little tour coming, stuff like that, and some more club shows. But we will definitely not do 40, 50, or 60 shows per year.
Okay.
That's not possible.
All right. And so what are the chances you're going to come to New York? Do one for me.
Yeah. Anytime.
Yeah?
Anytime.
I've got
to do that, you know.
I can promise you no money, but you get the backyard. You do
That's
it?
half of the rent, isn't it?
All right. I'll give you. We'll charge $5 a head. We'll get 50 people to come. You do. I'll write your set list. It'll all be Godsnake songs. You're gonna know them all, and then we'll just party. Is that good? You do that for me?
That's good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I can live with that. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, the album is Inhale the Noise. It's released by the brilliant people at Massacre Records, and I love you guys. I think you're great. I now have all 3 albums, and but I just hope that you continue to do what you're doing because there's something about the way that you express yourselves aggressively through metal, but with a nice dash of melody in there that really resonates with me, and I think a lot of other people, and more people need to hear it. So please keep doing what you're doing. And I hope we get a chance to do this again.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Special thanks again to Torger and Steve-O of Godsnake for joining us here on Jace Media Music. The new album is Inhale the Noise, and it is available from our friends at Massacre Records. You heard clips of Scream for a Bullet, Lost and Forgotten, the title track, Enemy of Great, and also Digital Dumbass, all off this fantastic melodic thrash record. Visit Godsnake.com for more information. I also highly recommend their prior 2 albums, Poison Thorn and Eye for an Eye, both also on Massacre Records. If you will be in Germany this spring, be sure to check out Godsnake in Frankfurt am Main at the Ponyhof on May 23rd. Then again in June on the 12th and 13th at Steinau an der Straße at Walb Ulmich Umbran 2026. That's a festival that looks like it's going to kick ass. Apologies again for me butchering any pronunciations. June 25th through the 27th, they will be in Oschersleben for Rock and Metal Days 2026. That'll be a lot of fun. And then in December 19th, they'll be at the Winterschlacht, like we discussed, and that'll be in Erfurt, Germany. They've got the Ballroom Birthday Bash 2027 on January 9th in Hamburg, and they've got Laser Night 11 in Braunschweig, Germany on January 16th. Always make legitimate purchases of the music, merch, and tickets to support hardworking artists like Torger and Steve-O and all of the members of Godsnake. Head on over to jacemediamusic.com for more interviews, reviews, and live coverage. And of course, I've got a ton of hard rock and metal musician interviews, including my all-time favorite metal singer, John Bush of Armored Saint and Category 7. Warlord and Alcatraz singer, Giles Lavery. Guitar heroes like Herman Frank of Victory. And Soren Anderson, guitar player for Glenn Hughes. Philip Schaus of Accept. And Fate's Warning singer, Ray Alder. And members of Temptress, Avatarium, Captain Blackbeard, and more. Special thanks, as always, to our fantastic founder and publisher, Glenn, and all of my Jace Media colleagues. And of course, special thanks to you, the worldwide Jace Media music audience. Look for Jace Media on Facebook and X and Instagram and basically every social media channel you can think of. I am Justin Smolison, proud Jace Media contributor from across the pond. Thank you again for tuning in. Keep coming back to jacemediamusic.com. I've got more video interviews on the way.